The Tragedy of Cinema podcast is intended as a family-friendly program that by extension strives to be inclusive to all people regardless of their ethnicity, gender, creed, or any other identifying factors in this incredibly diverse world of ours. With that said, some of the films we discuss may contain serious subject matters or have content considered morally objectionable by today's standards. We do not intend to condone or dismiss these aspects of these films, but our primary focus will be on what we believe the film succeeds at, some fun facts, and our personal enjoyment factors of each film. With that said, we hope you enjoy the show.
Ingredient number one, a very warm, very wonderful story about a boy, a girl, and a very special kind of problem.
Did you hear what I said, Miss Kubelik? I absolutely adore you.
Shut up and deal.
Ingredient number two, a brilliant cast. Jack Lemmon in a delightful role which gives full rein to Jack's amazing versatility. Shirley MacLaine, whose glowing warmth lights up the screen like a Christmas tree. Fred MacMurray. This is a Fred MacMurray you've never seen before.
You know, you see a girl a couple of times a week just for laughs, and right away they think you're going to divorce your wife. I ask you, is that fair?
No, sir, it's very unfair, especially to your wife.
Yeah.
Ingredient number three, Billy Wilder. There's nothing quite like that Billy Wilder, some like it hot kind of laughter.
Are we dressing for dinner?
You know, just come as you are.
So you're pretty good with that racket.
You should see my backhand. Where'd you see me serve the meatballs?
Mildred! He's at it again!
All right, guys, welcome back to the Tragedy of Cinema podcast. I'm your host, Jimbo, and today joined once again by
Kyle Zahner in the house.
Kyle, coming up rather rapidly, we will be having our live show with Hillbilly Horror Stories and Middle Aged and Creeped Out on May 20th.
May 20th.
At the Haunted Jail in Boone County in Lebanon, Indiana. So, if you haven't got your tickets yet, please come see us. Have some fun. Take some pictures.
Tickets are going fast, so...
Kyle promises he'll try not to break your camera when you take a picture.
I try not to. Intentionally with the camera.
All right, Kyle, today we will be talking about episode 126, The Apartment from 1960. This is a Kyle pick.
Yes.
It's also a movie I had not seen before, so very interesting movie, a very good movie, but it also deals with some tough issues, circumstances.
Yeah.
But it's a comedy, but it has some serious moments too. So, Kyle, before we get started, the world wants to know why your apartment looks like Joe's apartment.
Looks like Joe's apartment.
You ever see that movie with the cockroaches or his friends trying to hook him up with?
It's not even a question. You promised me a question.
I'm sorry. That was just
Why
a
is your
thing.
apartment disgusting? Jeez.
I'm just having dinner with the cockroaches
I just gotta do my laundry. It's fine.
No, Kyle, but
I got the clean pile and I got the dirty pile, and sometimes they mix.
Oh, Kyle. Kyle, so I'll give you a real question. Kyle, what is your favorite Jack Lemmon movie then?
A favorite? Oh,
Fat Lemon.
Favorite Jack Lemmon movie. I can't. I'm tongue tied today. It's gonna be great for the podcast. Gosh, I had to look at the year it came out, but I believe it was I think Avanti now is right now her Jack Lemmon movie. It's a movie where he plays. We'll probably cover it later in the podcast road. But it's about basically like a rich businessman played by Jack Lemmon goes to bury his father who died in an unfortunate car accident, and he finds out his father actually had an affair with a woman for like 15 years there and didn't tell anyone about it. And so in trying to cover that up and make sure he keeps his father's legacy, he ends up falling in love with the affair's daughter who also died in the car accident. And it's just a crazy, out there, weird kind of movie. And I absolutely love him in it. I think it's just really kind of
Kyle picking a weird movie.
exactly
Imagine that.
Kyle picking a weird movie. That's absolutely so. Avanti's my favorite right now. So Jack, what's your favorite Jack Lemmon movie?
Well, I think
Besides Go Regular Old Men, which is
obviously, but I
It's a
think
slam dunk.
anytime you put Walter Matthau with Jack Lemmon, I think they're together. It just elevates the bar. So I'd probably say The Odd Couple. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But Grumpy Old Man, you can't go wrong with that. I just think their later stuff in life was pretty funny. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like purely Jack Lemmon. Just in my, that's what I'm trying to do there. But like we put Walter Matthau in.
Well, like I'm saying, I haven't seen hardly any Jack Lemmon movies on his own. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's why this was kind of a shock.
Yeah. But
so, Kyle, we could sit here and talk about all your favorite Jack Lemmon movies and your man crush on him, but let's go ahead. Sorry. So let's go ahead and start about The Apartment.
Okay, The Apartment. Released on, let me see if I should find the official release date real quick. November 13th, 1950. For the filming date was November 13th, 1959, and the release date, the original release date, I should have looked that up real quick, was June 15th, 1960. The Apartment was directed by Billy Wilder, written by Billy Wilder, composed by Adolf Deutsch, and cinematographer was Joseph Lachelle. Budget of the film was $3 million in 1960, which would be the equivalent of about $29.7 million today. 10x increase from 1960, guys. Inflation is huge.
I wonder how much eggs cost back then.
Gross worldwide was $18.8 million, which is the equivalent of $183.8 million today. So this movie was a huge success. Really great movie. Really great success for them overall. Moving on to a quick synopsis of the film right quick. We have C.C. Baxter, played by Jack Lemmon, is a lonely office drone for an insurance company in New York City. 4 different company managers take turns commandeering Baxter's apartment from occasion, which is located on West 67th Street on the Upper West Side, for their various extramarital liaisons. Unhappy with his situation, but unwilling to challenge them directly, he juggles their conflicting demands while hoping to catch the eye of a fetching elevator operator, character Fran Kubelik, played by the legendary Shirley MacLaine. Meanwhile, the neighbors in the apartment building assume Baxter's a good-time Charlie, or a hustling boy, back in the day, who brings home a different drunk woman every night. Baxter just accepts their criticisms rather than reveal the truth. So hijinks ensues. Yeah, and as you kind of said a little bit of the pre-warning earlier, this movie kind of like glosses over what would probably be a lot of serious issues in very real life.
Right.
But this movie just chooses to make fun of them. In a way that's like, if you're willing to glance over it all and don't have any real life attachments to it, then it's okay to write along. But in real life, this is all would be terrible. Like, here's a bunch of guys just being terrible people.
Right, and they're using Jack Lemmon. I can't remember his name.
CC,
yeah. And they're using him for his apartment, but they're all putting in a word with him with the boss, the head guy, so he gets promoted quicker.
Yeah.
But when you find out that the head guy is just as bad as the other guys, because all he wants is the key to the apartment,
and they're leading him on too. He's just some schmuck in the guy. The four company heads are just like, oh yeah, we're going to put a good review of the boss. And finally, it's not that the boss hears anything about the good words about him being a good employee. It's all about once he figures out that he, supplies, people.
But he does say in the movie, like, hey, these four guys from different departments have all said you're a good guy and you've been here. But the where it really starts picking up is when you find out that Fred McMurray, the boss, the reason he wants the key is for the elevator girl, which is who Jack Lemmon has been. You can tell he's been Googling over her for who knows how long,
months at least.
And but Fred McMurray is his name Fred McMurray?
Yeah, Fred McMurray.
Yeah, he's actually married with a family.
Yeah, two kids and a loving house and a loving wife.
But you come to find out that he's just been doing this all along because the one lady's like, well, I was from June 65 to, or whatever, to July.
I was last year's model, that kind of idea. Yeah. Still got more of the, let's hear some of the facts here. That's a brief, quick little synopsis of the film. Moving on here, we have the cast of the film. And, we'll move on to the awards first. The awards, because they're big old award lists, and I want to keep things, hopefully, in a consistent order. I try to, anyways. The awards, we have in 1994, it was actually added to the National Film Preservation Board for their registry. In 1964, it won the Best Foreign Film Awards from the Cinema Writers Circle in Spain. And for the Academy Awards in 1961, it won the Oscar for Best Art Direction and Set Directions for a black and white film. It was awarded to Edward G. Bull and Alexander Troner. It also won Best Picture that year, awarded to Billy Wilder, the director and writer and producer. And also won the Oscar for Best Film Editing, awarded to Danielle Mandel. Best Director, again, awarded to Billy Wilder. And Best Writing Story and Screenplay, written directly for the screen, also awarded to Billy Wilder. 1961, we also have the BAFTA Awards, where won the Best Foreign Actor, awarded to Jack Lemmon. Best Foreign Actress, awarded to Shirley MacLaine. And Best Film from Any Source, awarded to Billy Wilder. Then also in 1961, for the Directors Guild of America, it won the DJA Award for Outstanding Directorial Achievement in Motion Picture, awarded to Billy Wilder. Also, Best Actress, Shirley. Best Actor again for Jack Lemmon. Best Motion Picture of the Year. Best Motion Picture and Comedy of the Year. And it was nominated for Best Director. In 1961, it was also nominated for a Grammy Award for the Best Soundtrack Album or Recording of a Music Score for a Motion Picture or Television.
It does have that specific, every time they go to the apartment, it has that specific song they keep playing over and over throughout the movie, too.
Yeah, which is surprising. It's a little motif you don't usually see in films all the time. And this is an odd film to have that kind of motif in, I think.
It's just an odd film.
It is an odd film. You're right. You're certainly right. Which, in terms of, makes it surprising how, like this movie was incredibly successful in 1960. Yeah. I didn't expect that. When I recommended this film, I had no idea how, popular it was. And then I was very surprised. You're like, no, it won everything that year. Next up, we have 1961. We have the Laurel Awards, where it won the Golden Laurel for Female Dramatic Performance, awarded to Shirley MacLaine. Top Male Comedy Performance, awarded to Jack Lemmon. And Top Comedy, awarded to Billy Wilder. And then for the Writers Guild of America that year, it was also the Best Written American Comedy Award won. And in 1960, it also won the MBR Award for one of the top 10 films. And for the New York Film Critics Circle Awards, it won Best Film, where it tied with the film Sons and Lovers. It won Best Director, and it tied once again with Sons and Lovers, directed by Jack Karloff. And also, but it did won singularly the Best Screenplay Award. Next up, for the 1960 Venus Film Festival, where it won the Best Actress Awards for Shirley MacLaine. Next up, some of the technical details here. This is a black and white film. Aspect ratio is 2.35 by 1. And camera was the Panavision lenses. Let's see here. Production dates was November 1959 to February 1960. So about a 3-month production time in the middle of winter, no less, in New York. So probably a little difficult in that respect. Good thing all those scenes were pretty much indoors.
Well, we have some trivia about that coming up.
Ooh, I'll be interested in hearing that later. And next up, we're going to move on to the cast. I'm going to shuffle papers around, get some shuffling ASMR noises for you. First up, we have Jack Lemmon, legendary Jack Lemmon playing the character C.C. Baxter. Jack Lemmon, of course, easily most well known for today, anyways, for Grumpy Old Men in 1993, and a movie we covered pretty recently, actually, just last year. And Some Like It Hot in 1959.
That's probably a good movie. That's probably the one that
I think like top 3 movies. That's probably like Grumpy Old Men, Some Like It Hot. Probably like when you think of Jack Lemmon, you think of those movies. Yeah. And maybe this one too. Although it wasn't my knowledge, maybe it just like lost over me. I just didn't know. But like the more we read this movie, like everyone should know this movie. Apparently.
Yeah, because it won everything.
It won everything that year. You would think this movie would have like a cultural mainstay, but I had zero knowledge of it before I just watched it randomly because I feel like, oh, Jack Lemmon, I'll watch it, sure, and then find out it's huge. And he was also in Glengarry Glen Ross in 1992. Next up, we also have the legendary actress Shirley MacLaine playing the character of Fran Kubelik. Shirley MacLaine was also in the films Two Meals for Sister Sarah in 1970 with legendary Clint Eastwood, Guarding Tess in 1994 with Nicolas Cage, and in 1983 she was in the film Terms of Endearment. Next up, we have Fred McMurray playing the character of Jeff D. Sheldrake. Jeff McMurray was in a whole lot of really cool films. He was in Double Indemnity in 1944, and The Caine Mutiny in 1954.
And The Egg and I, don't forget. And a bunch of Disney movies. A bunch of
Shaggy Dog. Son of Flubber, and... yes. Yeah, popular actor was there too. Surprisingly enough, I have not seen many Fred McMurray films. Probably got to rectify that on the podcast in the future, hopefully. Next up, we have Ray Walston playing Joe Dibrish. Ray Walston was also in the movie Popeye in 1980, and he was in the original show, the My Favorite Martian in 1963 to 1966, which I think is kind of cool. He was the original Favorite Martian, and then Robin Williams rebooted that show in the 80s. So it was like 2 characters in the same movie with Popeye. Cool. Small world. Next up, we have Jack Crushton playing Dr. Dreyfus. Jack Crushton was in the movies The War of the Worlds in 1953 and The Angry Red Planet in 1959. He was the neighbor doctor, Dr. Dreyfus, who helped her out when Fran swallowed sleeping pills. Next up, we have David Lewis playing Al Kirkby. David Lewis was also in the films General Hospital in 1963 and That Certain Feeling, I believe, in the 1950s. I don't know the exact year on there. Next up, we have Hope Holiday playing Mrs. Margie McDougall. She was in the films Raw Force in 1982 and The Rounders. Next up, we have Naomi Stevens playing Mrs. Mildred Dreyfus. Naomi Stevens was also in the film Valley of the Dolls in 1967. Next up, we have Johnny Seven playing Carl Mastushka. Johnny Seven was in the films The Last Mile in 1959. Next up, we have Joyce Jameson playing The Blonde. Joyce Jameson was also in the film The Outlaw Josie Wells in 1976. Then we have Willard Waterman playing the character of Mr. Vanderhoff. Willard Waterman was also in the film Auntie Mame in 1958. Then we have David White playing Mr. Elcherberger. David White was also in the film, I believe actually in the show Bewitched in 1964. Then we have Eddie Adams playing Miss Olsen. Eddie Adams was also in the film It's a Mad, Mad, Bad, Mad World in 1963.
How mad was it?
Mad, 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 mad.
Only 4 mads. When he goes to 5 mads, you were in trouble.
Then you got to worry. Yeah, and that is the cast of The Apartment. Jimbo, take it from me. Show me some trivia or tell me how you have some thoughts on the film.
Kyle, just give me the key.
Give me the key. Take it.
All right, so now I get to do some of the fun stuff. Mm-hmm. Paul Douglas was cast as Sheldrake, but died before filming began. He died from a heart attack while eating breakfast in New York just before he was to fly out to the coast for filming.
Oh, poor guy.
Kyle, do you know any other movies Paul Douglas was in?
No, I have no idea.
Why don't you look that up?
I'll look it up
sure
right
you
now.
Probably you'll be like,
yeah.
Of
course I've seen this guy.
I've got 17 of his movies.
But how would no one die during breakfast? I mean, you want to go in your sleep, but then you got to wake up, cook breakfast.
I just hope
in the middle of eating, you have a heart attack. Oh.
I just hope that he had a buffet with biscuits and gravy, with bacon and sausage covered with gravy.
You just clogged his artery right there. I mean, so much grease.
If you're gonna go, man, at least.
You said Paul Douglas? Yeah, Paul Douglas. I'll recognize him immediately, I'm sure.
Shirley MacLaine filmed her famous cameo in Ocean's 11 during a break in filming of this movie. According to the Shirley MacLaine on her official website, much of the movie was written as filming progressed. The Gem Rummy game was added because, at the time, she was learning how to play the game from her friends in the Rat Pack. Kyle, name the Rat Pack. Go.
It's like Frank Sinatra and I don't know off the top of my head. I really
Sammy
don't.
Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis Jr. Oh, you're right. You're like you'll
Dean
know
Martin.
Dean Martin.
Likewise, when she started philosophizing about love during a lunch break one day, this was also added to the script.
That's awesome. Yeah. Jimbo, my millennialism is really going to show here. I'm looking at Paul Douglas movies right now, and I don't recognize any of them.
Give us several.
We have The Nice Guy in 1997, The Mating Game in 1959, Fortunella in 1958, Burrow James in 1957, This Could Be the Night in 1957, and The Gamma People in 1956.
Ooh, man, that Gamma People, I might have seen that. That's been a minute.
Oh, there we go. We finally got like a Marilyn Monroe film, We're Not Married in 1952. I've probably seen that one, yeah, but because it was a Marilyn Monroe film. So, yeah, I don't know Paul Douglas. I feel bad about it. Sorry, Paula. I'll rectify in the future.
The name on the door next to Baxter's office is T.W. Plews. Tom Plews was the prop master, so...
He's just like, couldn't resist. Yeah, give him a little nod to himself. That's funny.
The Office Christmas party scene was actually filmed on December 23rd, 1959, so as to catch everybody in the proper holiday mood. Billy Wilder filmed almost all of it on the first take, stating to an observer, "I wish it were always this easy. Today I can just shout action and stand back."
That's great. They just really throw a party and film it. That's all they do.
Yeah.
That's great. Cool.
This was an interesting fact. This was the last black and white movie to win Best Picture at the Academy Awards until The Artist. Schindler's List won in 1994, but it was not completely black and white because of the girl in the red coat and the candle at the beginning. So
that is incredible. Not until The Artist, which I think was 2008 or 9, I think it was, or maybe even
something like
later.
That.
Wouldn't be surprised. But man, that's a basically
40 years
almost
span,
almost 50, 1960 to 2008, 2009. I don't know. Wow.
The CC and CC Baxter, short for Calvin Clifford. This is premiere voted this movie as one of the 50 greatest comedies of all time in 2006. And I had never even heard of this movie, so that's why we do this podcast. Though.
Yeah.
In 2007, the American Film Institute ranked this as the number 80 greatest American movie of all time.
Wow. And I feel like there's so many ways where, I feel like this movie kind of, I really enjoy it, but I could see a lot of people saying this movie aged poorly for a lot of really good reasons.
Definitely, because a lot of the stupid side comments and stuff.
There's a whole lot of really just casual sexism going along. No way to put it. Or just how infidelity is treated as a no big deal.
The wool coat Fran wears in various scenes actually belonged to Audrey Young, the wife of Billy Wilder. It said that while filming the scene where C.C. Baxter sleeps in Central Park in the rain, Billy Wilder had to spray Jack Lemmon with antifreeze to keep him from freezing.
Oh my god. Gosh.
I don't know if that's a
stuff
joke.
You get away with.
Jeez. That can't be healthy.
I was drenched in antifreeze in the middle of New York in the middle of winter.
Dude.
No, you could have died.
He could have died from being which we'll talk about here in a minute.
Getting cancer later from it? I don't know. Antifreeze is probably made of asbestos back then. I have no idea.
To get Fran to look genuinely startled when her brother-in-law punches Calvin, director Billy Wilder smacked together 2 pieces of 2x4 during the shoot. The studio wanted none other than Groucho Marx for the role of Dr. Dreyfus, but Billy Wilder said no, saying that he wanted an actor with more dramatic weight for the part. Because I can't see Jack Lemmon going up there and be like, Groucho Marx.
It's a very different role.
A comedy, no less. But.
Yeah. It's still, you're right. But it's still I like Dr. Dreyfus, and it's kind of like his Jewish quirks. You're a Jewish guy. He's like schmeck. I was like, it's really good New York kind of characteristics I really like.
The film's classic last line, which was what, Kyle? What's the last line of the movie?
Was it dealing with the cards or
shut up and deal?
Shut up and deal. Yeah, something like that.
It was thought up by the writers at the last minute on set. Billy Wilder claimed that Fred MacMurray was a very stingy man in real life and liked to relate an amusing incident from the filming of this picture. In one scene, MacMurray was supposed to tip the shoe shine boy. Remember when he was supposed to tip him? And the script called for him to flip him a quarter. When MacMurray couldn't get it right during shooting, Wilder suggested, hey, why don't we use a bigger 50-cent piece? MacMurray objected because I would never give him 50 cents. I cannot play this scene.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
acting in the 60s and the 50s is just ridiculous. and I love it. I would never.
How dare you?
This scene is impossible.
I'm not paying twice as much. C.C. Baxter is just a poor accountant, but inside his apartment are 2 authentic Tiffany studio lamps worth hardly anything when the film was made, but now worth between $30,000 and $40,000 each.
$40,000?
Probably nothing.
My gosh, for what would be a tacky lamp back in the day. Oh my gosh. Yeah, basically the Amazon Prime basics you get now, that's what those Tiffany lamps were back in the day.
Bud's salary is $94.70 a week in 1959, or $769.26 a week, just $40,000 a year in 2014. His rent is $85 a month, or $690.47 a month in the year 2014.
And we are going to establish like anything from 1960 to now is basically worth 10 times the amount of money. So very, very quick hand, like $87. So he's making about $870 a week.
Right?
Not bad money, but also expensive when you're living in New York.
Jack Lemmon was playing with a nasal spray prop in his dressing room and discovered if he gave it a sharp squeeze, it would squirt 10 feet. He filled it with milk to make the liquid visible on black and white film, and when Fred McMurray chastises him for creating a problem around the use of his apartment, Lemmon gave the container a squeeze. The milk shot out and sailed right past McMurray's nose. Billy Wilder left the take in.
That's amazing. Oh, it's ridiculous. I love it.
I know. Billy Wilder and I.A.L. Diamond based the film partially on a Hollywood scandal in which high-powered agents Jennings Lang was shot by producer Walter Wanger for having an affair with Wanger's wife, actress Joan Bennett. During the affair, Lang used a low-level employee's apartment. Another element of the plot was based on the experience of one of Diamond's friends who returned home after breaking up with his girlfriend to find that she had committed suicide in his bed.
Oh my gosh. Once again, this movie is played just as a comedy. The real-life scenarios are much more dire.
Yes.
We just...
Billy Wilder created memo pads as stationery with Sheldrake's name on them, even though no one but Fred McMurray ever saw them.
That's great.
Oh, man. To create this is a great use of camera manipulation. To create the effect of a vast sea of faces laboring grimly and personally at their desk in the huge insurance company, designers Alexandre Trauner and Edward G. Boyle devised an interesting technique. Full-size actors sat at the desk in the front, and children dressed in suits were used at tiny desks towards the rear, followed by an even smaller desk with cutout figures operated by wires.
No idea.
It gave the effect of a much larger space that could have been achieved to the limited studio space.
That is incredible. No wonder this movie got so many awards.
It reminds me of the Little Rascals when they dress up in the trench coat and they go the bank.
One adult, please.
Oh, man. I know. I see that. I said, I got to go back and watch that scene.
I want to see the photos of the little kids in business suits.
Not just that, but behind them, just like the cardboard cutouts.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, man.
I'm definitely going to go back and rewatch it now for sure.
In the scene where Carl punches Baxter, Jack Lemmon was supposed to mime being punched. He failed to move correctly and was accidentally knocked down. Billy Wilder chose to use the shot of the genuine punch in the film. So he
absolutely. You got to use it.
Jack Lemmon actually caught a cold when one scene on a park bench was filmed in sub-zero weather.
Yeah,
the antifreeze didn't work.
It was filmed in winter. Yeah, I mean, literally filmed.
Was it a cold or was it something worse because of the antifreeze?
Yeah, the antifreeze, right? Oh.
According to Fred McMurray, after the film's release, he was accosted by women in the street who berated him for making a dirty, filthy movie. And one of them hit him with her purse because she brought her 6-year-old to see it thinking it was a Disney film. A whole new world. How do you not know what you're taking your child to see?
I love it. I just can't get enough of that too. There's nothing better than parents actually taking their kids to adult films.
What was that show? Oh, was it Sausage Party or something that people thought they were going to go see?
Everyone thought it was like a DreamWorks movie. Yeah, no problem at all. And it's not at all.
Yeah. That's a biggie adulty movie.
Or my favorite was like a parents taking their kids to go see Deadpool.
yeah. No, they went to go see, what was it? Like a Pixar movie, like Toy Story or something. Deadpool showed up or something. I don't know. For this film, Billy Wilder became the first person to win the Academy Awards for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Screenplay. Hey, Kyle, the $100 cash Christmas gift is equivalent to about $1,000
today,
in 2022. C.C. Baxter paid $15 for his bowler hat, so in 2022 that would be roughly
$160.
$150.
$150, okay. Yeah.
The inebriated Santa in the bar scene is the same actor, Hal Smith, who played the inebriated, none other than, Eric Cummings is going to love this one, ADZ, Otis Campbell on the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah, I feel. Oh man, it was the most recent. What was that Santa Claus movie with David Harbour?
Violent Night.
Violent Night. Yes, they have the Santa who is like in all the Hallmark films. He appears in the bar with him, grabbing a drink with him, and he gets David Harbour a drink at the very beginning of the film. But he's like the default Santa for all the Hallmark movies too. It's such a weird thing. Like once you're cast as a Santa in a movie, you're gonna be Santa everywhere else too.
This is one of Francis Ford Coppola's favorite films.
Good for him. I'm reading the news recently. He's like struggling with the film right now, and people were making fun of him. And then people were like, "No, he made Apocalypse Now." You don't get it. He's used to like making terrible movies.
The Bentwood bed in Baxter's apartment belonged to Billy Wilder and his wife Audrey Young. They were both avid collectors of Bentwood furniture.
Bentwood furniture. Wait, Bentwood.
And last but not least, Kyle, this is another interesting fact. During the scene where Fran overdoses on the sleeping pills, a famous scene of this movie, the doctors were actually present on the set to advise accuracy on how to revive her. The harsh slaps that the doctors performed to keep Fran from becoming unconscious were all real. However, after the scene, the doctors told Billy Wilder that the actor should have slapped Shirley MacLaine harder. Wilder refused to shoot it again, though, after looking at McClane's red cheeks from being slapped so many times. Wake up! Wake up!
Yeah.
Wake up! Wake up! Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do when you start falling asleep in the podcast. I'm just going to reach over. Wake up, Kyle!
Yeah.
Wake up!
I'm looking it up right now because I wonder if it's changed at all in 50 years. Because you would really hope so.
For what?
Overdosing on sleeping pills. I'm looking up treatment for overdosing on sleeping pills. I'm going to look it up right now. Like that's why I just say, just go to the hospital. Don't do that.
Or I might tell you to puke.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's yeah. That's all I was going to say right there. But I wonder if that's changed anymore. It's it's not to me. You just hit with like an EpiPen or something like that to like clean your system. But yeah, but that's the current treatment. Like no, if someone takes sleeping pills today, just keep slapping them. It works. Yeah, you got to keep them walking.
I think you
for
might
12
have
hours.
to get your stomach pumped at some point.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Well, even back then you had to as well. Yeah, but yeah.
So Kyle, what do you think of The Apartment?
The Apartment is an excellent film. I loved it to death before I knew it was a huge success. Yeah, but this film is great. I love Shirley MacLaine, love Jack Lemmon. Fred McMurray is an actor I got to see more films with him in, definitely, because each character just plays their role to a T, no problem at all. The performances are great. The comedy is very funny, even if the kind of the premise is so objectionable. I mean, just like everyone's pretty bad, actually. Even Jack Lemmon for being so okay with it. Like that's really kind of crass. I don't know. But it's a really entertaining watch all the same. It's amazing how well it's written that you can get over how like objectionable the premise is by how entertaining the dialogue is and the characters are. I think the ending maybe is a little bit weak because it feels like you just kind of like we're watching the movie and it's like, oh, we're done. It's like, oh, okay. It doesn't like feel like a real climax. It feels like they just cut the movie like 4/5 the way through. It's like, and then happily ever after. It's fine. I was like, wait.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of the only bad part of this movie I thought was the ending because it reminded me of like back in the Universal Monster days when the monster said, boom, it's done.
No.
This is like, hey, just deal me in. And you're like, so they're just going to play cards and she goes home? I mean, there was no closure to where the relationship was heading. Yeah. Unless you want The Apartment 2 come out, you know what I mean? But,
yeah.
That's probably the only downside of the movie that I can think of is the ending. Because she just comes back and says, because they were trying to play this gin rummy game the whole movie, and she's like, hey, just shut up and deal me in or whatever, deal the cards. That's the only downsides I have to this movie. That and some of the content may not be suitable for children, even though it's presented in a comedic fashion. There is still some dramatic elements to this movie. But if I'm going to have to give it, I'll probably give it about a 7 out of 10, maybe an 8 out of 10 for something I've never seen before.
Movie, it's like right at like, I'm not going to say a strong 8, but it's an 8 for me. That's kind of like solid 8 for me right there. Yeah,
I think that's a fair assessment. I think that's a fair deal. So, if you haven't seen this movie, definitely give it a watch. It's very entertaining. I didn't know what to expect going in. But there was a couple times where I actually laughed out loud because I was like, I can't believe this just happened, or I can't believe they said
it's
that.
so ridiculous
and
in
you're
a lot
like,
of ways. Yeah,
how did they get away with this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when he's like showing off, hey, look at my new hat. So,
yeah.
Yeah, so that's the apartment.
Yeah, I think it's something like this is as outrageous as it got for comedy in 1960s in a lot of weird ways. You know, this is like American Pie or like The Hangover for the year it came out in my weird way, where it's like obviously you're not going to show anything too wrong and you're not going to even allude to anything too raunchy, but this is the idea of like this is about as raunchy as it gets for 1960 movies without just being straight up adult films.
Probably
in a lot of ways, and so I think this film is definitely an adult film. This is not a kid film. In a lot of ways,
you kind of wonder when the ratings
censor boards kind of came in there.
When did it?
Well, they were still in full swing in the 60s.
Well, I know, but when did it officially die? Because the stuff they get away with today is way worse.
You probably want to look at the Reagan era. That's probably right when things kind of started, like, because then a lot of stuff like relieving like child marketing and all those kind of things.
So that's what he meant when he said Gorbachev breaking down these walls.
Censorship, baby. That's probably the line where I probably look the most. That's off a guess, of course. I don't actually know anything ever, but
this is true.
Take that for granted. But that's where I probably would look for, like, when things got like, especially like the horror movies of the 80s and like those kind of things too. So that's where things kind of like shifted in a weird way.
Right.
Yeah.
But I wonder if you, Kyle, for our next movie, I'm going to have you ask you what movie broke the censor barriership, and I want you to have an answer.
Oh, boy.
So you better hurry because we're recording right after this.
I want to know that too. So we'll look into it.
So we'll have that answer for you next week. But next week, we get to do a movie Jimbo picked out.
Choose. And a classic one at that.
Wow. Not only that, but I don't think I've ever seen this before.
What?
Yeah. And if I did...
Gosh.
No, I don't think I ever had.
You didn't tell me this before that. Okay.
But it is Flight of the Navigator. It's a Disney film, and I'm surprised I never saw it before, but if good old Pee Wee Herman's is in it as the voice of Max, so this is a very interesting movie. So I can't wait for you guys to hear that. It was a fun movie to watch, and even to do some of the trivia on. It's pretty funny.
Lots to talk about in that one, too. I'm excited.
Well, if you'd like to reach out to us, it's the same spiel I give every time, thetragedycinema@gmail.com. You can reach out to us on our Facebook, the Tragedy Cinema Podcast group on Facebook. Mm-hmm. I would say Kyle and TikTok, but we all know that's not going to happen. So, one of these days he's just going to be like, hey, I put out a TikTok.
Exactly. It's going to be a whole surprise. Like, I have the whole production ready and all that stuff, too.
If you want to leave us a review, we'll read it on the air. We don't care. A good, bad, the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, we might make Kyle read the bad ones, though, since they're used to him. So
they're all about me. All the bad ones are about me, anyways.
I'll tell you what the consensus is, Kyle. You need to slow down when you talk, and when you read, you need to slow down.
Exactly. Why'd you get so nervous?
So he's gonna go, like the sloth and
it's gonna be a 3-hour podcast. Oh, the Zootopia character.
They'll have to
sloth in Zootopia.
They'll have to speed it up to like 2.5. All right. Well, with that being said, Kyle, you got any famous last words?
Famous last words before I die on this podcast. I think I would kind of like go back to like, some like it hot, others like it in an apartment in the cold of winter New York, and some just like to buy time until Jimbo hands them the clipboard to exit the show.
Not a clipboard, a clapboard, Kyle. Sorry, the clapboard was across the room. I had to go get it.
I forgot where it was, too. I didn't even think about it. So
with that being said, this episode's coming to a close, and that's a wrap.
And cut.